feel on that issue?
Dr. Paul Hutchison.
Mr. Speaker, more good news. The government over the last 12 hours has been able to announce, as I say, more good news about its forward planning and achievements. It was very gratifying this morning to hear the Prime Minister announce a $62 million package to help improve youth health, mental health, an area that unfortunately has been badly neglected, particularly over the last 12 years and during the entire time of the Labor government. The program is backed up by evidence-based science. It's aimed at prevention, early intervention, and covers both health and education, and is very much aimed at youth social media. And it is also very gratifying that the Chief Scientist, Sir Peter Gluckman, has been fully behind this initiative, and it demonstrates indeed that the national government's policy program is indeed backed up by evidence and science, and this initiative, or these suite of initiatives, should be applauded by all. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to also talk about more good news, and that relates to an inquiry carried out by the Health Select Committee last year into improving New Zealand's environment to support innovation through clinical trials, a vital area and one that links the hugely important areas of science, of health, and of course economic development. The inquiry came about because New Zealand, and I see the member Hipkins yawning over there, it's high time he contributed, or his party contributed, to this vital area of economic growth, because they have demonstrably shown a lack of interest in practical issues such as this inquiry carried out by the Health Select community. It was clear that New Zealand was losing its advantages in this area while Australia was forging ahead. And just for his information, clinical trials test the safety and efficacy of pharmaceuticals, medical devices, biologics, bioactives, functional foods, all areas that are hugely important to New Zealand's primary products, to adding value and to opportunities we have in economic growth. The inquiry was supported by all parties. Fortunately, they did realise the value of it. They realised that our regulatory environment was overcomplicated in this area, that there was a lack of intergovernmental collaboration, and that the DHB collaboration was also uncoordinated. The submissions were clear that a good environment in New Zealand would make a great deal of difference to these vital industries that I have earmarked: the biopharmaceutical, the medical device, $1 billion industry, and the functional food and natural products industry, again aiming to well over $1 billion of exports. Mr. Speaker, the committee wanted its recommendations acted on within 12 months, and I'm very pleased that at the Medicines New Zealand conference, I was able to report to that conference yesterday that all the key recommendations had been agreed on and were essentially being acted on by this excellent progressive national government. Simplifying and streamlining the ethical review process while maintaining patient safety as paramount. All in progress and underway. Promoting collaboration between key government agencies, the Ministry of Economic Development, Ministry of Science, NZTE, Science and Innovation, as I say. These have acted in silos in the past and certainly did during the time of the Labor government. This is a great move forward. Develop a national health research action plan to foster innovation and commercialisation. This is in progress, led by Sir Peter Gluckman, and developing a framework for coordinating clinical trials throughout all DHBs via a health innovation hub, which will eventually link up with the CRIs, with the universities and with the private sector. Mr. Speaker, this is an example of how the Parliament has responded under the National Government to an extremely worthwhile Select Committee inquiry.
John Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.